the billowing jungle country of the Owen Stanley Range. Forbidding and dangerous, few white men penetrated its depths in the days of peace. So it remained a barrier between the North and the South, a Maginot Line of defense behind Port Moresby, a no man's land shrouded in clouds and silence. Then, war with Japan, and Australia awakened to some of her dangers, for an implacable enemy was threatening Australia's back door through the very jungle, across which runs a thread of ill-made track, the road to Kokoda. Penetrating the jungle come Australian troops, making their way towards the gap threatened by Japanese invasion. These men are defending Australia, and militia stand side by side with the AIF in their stern duty. Weeks of campaigning have left their mark. Their ranks have been grievously thinned, but they are going up for more. They have lived with danger and smile in spite of fear. He's been christened. A sniper's bullet made that dent. Snow Power left, bagged 15 Japs with one burst of his brain. Indispensable are the Papuan carriers. Some are new to the game, were plantation boys. Today they follow the white man who needs their help. The troops carry their own equipment, 50 pounds of it. In Australia they marched up to 40 miles a day, but are lucky to make 10 up and down the road to Kokoda. The Allied planes overhead are not only a source of protection, but of provision. Watch them throw parcels overboard. There they go. The sight of food and clothing coming from the sky cheers not only soldiers, but their native carriers. A welcome respite. Individual units snatch a meal. They call this their New Guinea austerity special. One course of, well, it would do us all good. Ahead, scouts keep contact with the enemy. Jungle warfare is an individual battle of wits, the hunter and the hunted. Can you see a hunter? There. Here the traditional concept of soldiering goes by the board. As in the jungle, wild animals spring from their hiding places onto their prey. So here, man springs on man, or hides from man. The alarm, and detachments rush in for the kill. Friends or Tommy guns over short ranges, mortars over long. Even the dead are not always visible, for where possible the enemy carry them away to burn them. But their equipment often falls into our hands, ammunition and clothing. For the fit, it was a long trail up, but for the wounded, it is a longer trail going back, climbing up and down the narrow, heart-breaking track. Painfully feeling their way, faithful native carriers tend their stretcher cases with understanding care. 4 carry and 4 rest alternatively. They have traveled all night and are dead beat. These are militia and AIF alike. They fought together and suffer together. One day Australia will thank them together. They must be one. Salvation Army Headquarters, an outpost of mercy in a war partly bereft of mercy. An army of peace dispensing food and drink to those fighting the good fight. So the procession comes to a village base, and the scene of a one-time witch doctor's primitive arts witnesses the skill of modern science as doctors tend the wounded. These are realities of war. Tropical rain sets in each day, and where there's shelter available, troops can take cover. All too frequently there is no cover, not even for these men. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Citizen, this is Australia's front line. Heat, fever, jungle terrors, a merciless enemy lurking behind every tree, ghastly wounds and death. It's all here. Your sons, brothers, husbands and others are facing this, and their spirit is high because they know these things must be if the invader is to be thrown back. Can you look in their eyes and say that you deserve the fruits of their indomitable courage? They feel this is everyone's war. Do you?